Should I fall? I'm still free.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm Will.
I'm Kyle.
We're here today to show you guys the new stretching that we're going to do, okay? Before we do our boot camp classes, personal training, we do what's called dynamic stretching. It's stretching while moving, okay? The new thing, what we're going to do, each dynamic stretch that we do, we're going to do it for 20 seconds, okay? So I'm going to show you all of the stretches and the way to do them properly, and Kyle is going to show you how to do them improperly. Okay. The reason why we stretch before class is to get that blood flow going so that we're not pulling any muscles. We want to warm that body up, so if you feel a sweat or you feel kind of out of breath during the warm-up, then it's doing its job.
That's
okay?
normal.
All right, so the first stretch, knee-high pulls. You're just going to stand in place, pulling your knees to your chest. All right? You're going to do this exercise here for 20 seconds. All right? So, what's the improper one?
Improper form, guys, on this is just not pulling all the way up, maybe coming too low. Okay, we want to stretch our hamstring, so we need to focus on bringing the knee as high as we can so you get that hamstring stretch, okay, and making sure our body is nice and straight and tall and you're not slouched over like this, okay. You want to make it nice and tall, knee to chest, okay.
Nice. All right, the next one, we got Frankenstein's, okay? Frankenstein's walking just like this, hands out. So I want your hands out, and you're going to kick across your body, okay? Right in place, kicking across that body. If you feel like your hamstrings are tight, start kicking low at the beginning. When they start to get warmed up, then kick higher, all right? Trying to kick your hands. If you can't get up there, it's fine, all right? You're not a loser, I promise you. All right, improper.
The isolation on this one is very key, so that's why Will is saying even if you're not as flexible to kick low, but you have to keep the leg straight because the leg straight is going to isolate the hamstring so we get it stretched out. Okay, so kicking like this, knees bent, it's not going to do a whole lot. So even if you're kicking low, making sure that the knee and the whole leg rather is very straight so it isolates that hamstring.
All right, now your next one, okay? We have quad pulls. Your quad right here, your thigh. Just going to pull it to your butt, alternating, one at a time. All right? If you want to feel more of a stretch, push the top of your foot into the palm of your hand, harder. Okay? And like I said at the beginning, each stretch is 20 seconds, not 10, not 15. That's not nearly enough. Okay? If you want to go more than 20 seconds, that's fine. Like we said earlier, you want to make sure that you get a good blood flow going when you're pulling these stretches. Improper.
Improper form on this one is basically just not coming all the way up, okay? So making sure that you get that knee, or excuse me, that heel all the way to your butt. And if you can't do that because you're too tight, that's okay too, but just making sure we're doing butt kicks, okay? But to come all the way up as high as you can, some people are going to be a little bit lower than others, that's fine, but making sure that you go to your max till you feel that pull from your hamstring and your quad, okay? I mean quad, not hamstring, sorry.
Next one, we're going to stretch inside the inner groin area, okay? All right? Now, you're going to open those legs here. Hands on your hips, hands over your head, it doesn't matter, whichever one that you want to do. All right, so I'm going to come here. Keep your feet, both of them, flat on the floor. You're going to bend down, taking your butt to your heel. All right, coming back to the other side, butt to heel, going side to side with this, making sure that we're stretching that inner groin area, okay? Pulling straight down. You want to get a little bit faster through that 20 seconds so that you can get that blood flow going. Make sure that we keep that chest up. Like I said earlier, keeping those feet flat to the ground. Improper.
Improper form on this one, guys, is like Will was saying, you want to make sure that your heels are flat, your feet are flat on the ground. So improper form on one way would be to bring that foot off the ground. You don't want to do that, okay? The next thing is making sure your knee and your elbow or your knee goes over your toe, okay? You can't bring it this way, okay? You got to sit back just like you do in a squat, okay? On a squat, we're going to sit our butt back just like that. It's the same thing with this stretch. You want to sit that butt back so your knee does not go over your toe and your chest does not go over your knee. So you're right here. And like you said, you can be on your hips or out here, but making sure you sit your weight backwards and not forwards, okay?
Last stretch. You're going to interlock those hands, lock them out over your head, okay? I'm here. I'm trying to push my arms back past my ears, okay? Right here, this is what we have. You're gonna walk out, keeping the back leg straight, keeping the front knee behind the toe, interlocking those fingers, push back. Out, same deal to the other side. Push back. Out, push back. Out, push back. So the whole point of this hip flexor stretch, keep the back leg straight, front leg bent, and make sure that front knee stays behind the front toe.
Big thing on this one, guys, for improper form, same as the previous stretch that we just did, making sure that your chest does not go over your knee and your knee does not go over your toe, okay? So if I was to come here like this and try to stretch, as you can see, my knee is over my toe and my chest is over my knee. That's not proper, okay? So making sure, just like you said, you're interlocked, you're coming down here, and you're nice and straight, okay? Do not lean forward on this because you could injure your knee, could injure your ankle, okay? We don't want any injuries, okay? Another thing is, if this leg is not bent, okay? If it's not straight, then you're not getting the hip flexor, okay? So if you're bent like this, okay, that's just a normal exercise lunge, which is okay, but we want to get the stretch lunge. So we want to be nice and straight and then come down forward, okay?
Well, I appreciate you guys being here with us today, learning these dynamic stretches. Hope they'll work well for you in class. Y'all have a good one.
But should I fall?